Was that me?
That's me.
Well, I mean, was that
Oh, it was probably you.
the notification?
Yes, that is.
This is FCG Group Sub number 17. I'll sit for just a second. Make sure Pyro gets on. It's just a two-person reveal. So we'll get started here in a couple minutes. If he doesn't get on, we'll start without him. Catch up. Oh, there we go. Up on the TV. Got it. Remember to type in the right browser, Alex. Okay, we'll start with yours because, well, it's huge. Excuse me. I did not have time to sort these today. Just kind of the timing of things. Do have your one touch that'll come back. Get these unstacked. Had some nice cards as always. Those are your three monsters. Oh, you can only see the two at the camera angle. Sorry about that. And then my little baby stack. Ah, there we go. At least that way you're not putting it in the Facebook chat again. That's good strategy. Since you're already here, I'm going to do mine real fast because then I know I've got you held hostage till the end. I've got a Victor Acosta, 8.5. Three 8.5s. I was kind of surprised on the centering, but I see it now once I looked at it. But it is a PC for sure. These all were. It's numbered to 125. Grisham. I hope he turns around next year. Also 8.5. I was not too surprised by that one. Those thicker cards sometimes are rough. And then Herbert. Breaking records. 9.5 on surface, 9s across the board after that. Again, PCs. Just like getting those done. Oh, one thing I meant to mention. Go ahead and your Angel Correa. These are new bags, Alex. FCG bags. This is from the first batch. The second batch, he said he's going to raise up a little bit. They had a hard time identifying where that crease would hit once the slabs are in, and it folds under just a little bit. So they're going to be raising that up just a hair on the next one. So I was excited about that. Angel Correa Auto. 8.5. There you go. 10 centering. It's nice. This one was a 7. I'd have to look at the barcode on that. It'd be worth looking at. I don't recall anything being too bad. It was on the corners. It's on a 6. But you know, it's an Mbappe. Wonder if there's something on the back. I didn't see. I'm gonna pull that one aside. I may look at the QR code for you. Okay, I'll be curious to see how it plays out. Let's see. Benjamin Pavard from France, 7.5. And Surface. Here's a nice one. Frank Lampard, 9.5. Try to get the right angle I discovered with my camera. Oops. That's a nice one. Solid grade there. Another Lampard, but on the base. Surface was 8.5, still solid 9. Ibrahimovic. I think I stuttered it out there eventually. Surface 8.5, corner 7.5 for the solid 8. Christian Pulisic. This kid was fun to watch. I'm glad I watched the World Cup. He just was fun. High energy, young. Hopefully can do good for USA in 3 years. That's a solid one, though. Angel Correa, 7.5 on the silver. Surface on these prisms are hit and miss with Panini. Look at that one too. Roberto Pereira with an inscription. I thought that was cool. Smiley face. There's a 9. Couple 10s. Nice. That's solid. 10 auto. Just be happy. On the Messi. Green Wave. I just like the looks of those cards. You had a solid 9 there. 2 9s, 9.5, and a 10. Reina auto. Number 49. 8.5. Is that edges that got you? Uh, 21-22. Rooney. Is a 9 on the green. 2 9s. Makes it a 9. David Villa. Kind of how I'm picturing you in your recovery process right there. Your thumb in your mouth, Alex. Just throwing that out there. Nicole can correct me if I'm wrong. Straight 9. Oh, there's a 9.5 on the edges. It's a nice card. Luis Suarez, Uruguay. Solid 9. The amount of autos you have from the soccer stuff is just way cool. We'll save your custom cards here for a little bit. 9. You had an 8 on the surface. Mbappe. That is nice. Yeah, it's definitely a much better score. Olivier Giroud from France on the green wave auto. That's a 7. Surface was a 6. Normally, I'm getting pretty good at catching stuff if it's egregious. So I'll have to look at the QR code on that one too. Kellen Acosta from the US of A. 2 10s, an 8, and a 9 gives you a 9. 9 auto. not sure why it's a 9 auto. You know, the ink, oh, it goes off the sticker. That's where they got you. Alex Morgan. Solid 9. Alex Morgan. Another 9, had an 8.5 on the surface on this one. Oh, same on the other. It's kind of the way they both played out. This one, if I recall, didn't surprise me too much. There was some edging issues. Centering was great. Corners were an 8. 7 on an edge, and the surface was a 5. So I gave you 6. Just lights a little bit. You can. Honestly, I do that, Alex. That's part of the service I offered. In some cases, it helps. I don't see where it is. There it is. I actually have a little kit. So I've got the eyeglass cloth. Then I actually have felt that is good for some things as well. So I do that for any card that's not sealed with tape. So if it's in a team bag or something, I can get it out easy. I do. Otherwise, I leave that for FCG to take care of. Because they will wipe it down a little bit as well. So really, since you go through me, it gets wiped down twice before it gets to it. Gets to the grading process. The things that hurt the grades the most are things that wiping it down won't help. Yeah, I mean, that works. Doesn't hurt to do it an extra time. There are some things that help with the edge scores too that FCG taught me. So using that cloth, I'm able to help smooth out some of the edges that would normally get banged or knocked down. So there's some things to do. Zvukovic. Like I said, it's part of the service. Let's see, I'll try to pull the baseball aside and get through the soccer first. This is an 8. Missed the name. Dijon Lavrin, I guess. Soccer. Surface 7.5. I would have thought it was the corners on this one. Unless there's some issues. There might be some chipping in the foil around where the patch is. Still, overall, nice card. There's a marshmallow we'll get to here soon enough. Michael King. Got a 9. Luis Suarez. Solid 9 here. 8.5 surface. Not all that uncommon. I'm kind of disappointed with the National Treasure. From what I've seen, it is actually really hard to get a 10 on the surface for them. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the thickness in the way they package it or what the issue is. Luis Suarez. Another patch. I love those. The swatches were cool. That was a 8.5. Mbappe 9.5. Select coming good with a good score there on the surface. Erling Haaland out of Norway. 8.5, 8.5 on the corners and surface. 10 centering. The 10 centering on Mosaic is phenomenal. Straight 9s for Holland. on the breakaway. That's a cool card. Messi. Finally getting his World Cup. Surface 8.5. 1560. Neymar just signed to another big contract. 8.5 on the surface. Prism is excuse me, notorious for scratches. You can't really buff those out. Some people will tell you can put wax and stuff on there. As soon as you start doing that, it's going to come back as altered. It would show up and be a problem. So definitely don't want to treat it with stuff like that. Surface was an 8.5. Auto 9. Again, the auto is a 9 because it came off the sticker ever so slightly. Net Finders. Neymar. 9.5. That's a sweet card. 3 9.5s and a 9. Another 9. Neymar. On a 15/16 Panini Select. Messi 8.5. 2006. Doesn't seem that old till I realized exactly how many years ago that was. That's making me feel really old tonight. Couple 8s, 8.5 on the corners, and a 10 for centering. That's a Panini World Cup from back in the day. It looked a little bit older this time around. Erling Haaland, 9.5 on the Panini Donruss orange laser. Just 1 9, the rest were 9.5s. That's kind of cool. Talk about the Messi, Alex. Sergino Dest from Barcelona. 9.5. 2 10s, a 9, 9.5. 10 auto. I'll move that Messi over to the other one. See what they saw. From Norway, once again. A 9. 295. Surface was an 8. Kellen Acosta. This was one of my favorite cards to unpackage. I just thought it looked cool. It was a 9. 8.5 on the corners. They were a little rounded, I think, if I remember correctly. That's just a cool card. On the Prism Choice. Danny Ings. 2 10s, a 9, and a 6.5. Again, that's going to be one I'll pull aside. Just for my knowledge. And look, smiley face. 2021. Gareth Bale. There's an auto that stayed on the whole sticker, but you can see the ink faded. Because the ink faded, it became a 9 auto. 8.5 on that one. Yeah, it seems to be surfaces. It's just been the corner on a couple. Surface has definitely been the toughest one. 9.5. Here's a Reina. Didn't get killed on that one. That's a nice card. And numbered to 49. that's baseball. Saving that. Saving that. There we go. Last two soccer. Juan Musso out of Argentina. You got a 10.
Finally found a 10. Centering edges surface, corners a 9.5. Does give you a 10 though.
Again, the auto's a 9, and it's dang so close to being sweet. It's hard to tell in the camera, but when you get it back in person, it's kind of a light ink mark right through there. There's a couple spots where it's actually that entire first letter, there's some spaces in there. It's hard to see in the camera.
But you'll see it in person, I think.
But yeah, that's a sweet card. Got yourself a 10. And another Reyna. This was a chrome 8.5. Again, that surface. 10 auto. Managed to keep it all on the sticker.
Got a couple more 10s too. Unfortunately, not in the baseball.
Panini Mosaic. Austin Warren. 10, 9.5, and 8. Even if the surface was a little higher, you'd still end up with a 9. 10 auto. Like his auto, you can actually tell what it's saying. Let's put these in a little bit of order. This one, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bummed on. So I'll pull it out too. But this marshmallow, the quad relic, again, surface 6.5, corners 8. The corners didn't surprise me, if I remember correctly. But I'll see what they found. Oh, I almost got a picture of a divot in there. It's possible there's a substantial divot, dimple kind of thing. Again, 4 out of 7. I would have done the same thing. Gotten it graded. That QR code's going to be my friend. Joe. Elite Extra Edition. USA patch. USA materials. That's an emerald. You know, just about every patch.
I used to grade with CSG. I don't like their labels quite as much, or their slabs, to be honest. I definitely like FCG better.
But so the guy I started breaking with a while back does a lot of Elite Extra Edition. Every single one I got graded almost came back 8.5 or 8. Occasionally I'd get a 9. It is really rare to get anything above that though. Just something about that product. It's not super high end. But that's a cool card. That patch is pretty phenomenal. Marsh. Again, on the thicker cards, you do expect the corners to get dinged on occasion. 8.5 though. For the Marshmallow on the Arizona Fall League patch card. Love that they include the little certified sticker. That's a cool card.
Did you pull this out of the pack, or did you buy this somewhere?
Because as much Chrome as I opened for over the last couple of years, I have yet to pull one of those patch cards. And I think they're pretty cool looking. And then you got a 9 on the Mosaic Choice Fusion for your guy, Marshmallow. Three 10s and an 8. That's painful. But that's still a great grade. Great grade. It's a cool looking card too. And it's color match. Ah, you bought it. Okay, that works. And then I mentioned you had 2 more 10s. Perfect tens across the board. Jim Mint. Gina Mandel. Solid card. That actually looks really cool. That is very cool. And you've also got Alyssa. And with the auto, got the 10 auto on there. That is a sweet card. Perfect 10s, including the auto. That's fun. Very, very fun. So that's cool. Well, thanks again, Alex, for subbing through me. I appreciate it. Uh, definitely appreciate it, and appreciate you and your girl over there who let you play with us. So thank you both for being a part of our family in the breaking world. We really do appreciate you. If anybody else is watching this, I see we got a couple extra viewers up right now. If you are interested in submitting to FCG through me, uh, shoot me an email. You can catch me on Facebook at Coach and Family Collectibles, or send me an email at cfcbreaks@gmail.com. I am local to FCG, so if the cards get to me, I drive them over there. I'm not one of those group submitters that you have to send it to, and then they have to send it to them, and then vice versa, getting it back. I pick it up and I ship it back to USPS in a box. So if you're interested, hit me up. Would love to help you out. Of course, if you're in a break with me and I pull a card you want, no charge on the shipping. I'll just take it on my next trip. They're about 15 minutes away from me, so I get up there at least once a week if I've got the cards. Some weeks I've gone twice, just because we had it. So thanks again. I hope to see some of you in the break. I do have a couple breaks up right now of Capstone, so if you want to check into that, please do. Spots in both. One, we're down to the mini. I think we've got 5 mini spots left. And then in my small room, Coach and Family Collectibles, only have 4 spots left, and it's pick one, get 2 for a 2-boxer instead of 4. So hope to see you guys there. Thanks again, Alex, Nicole. I will see you guys in the break. I believe you won the Angels in that Bowman draft. So I'll see you here in about an hour. Take it easy. Have a good night.